Okay, good day. Welcome to Active Restore. This is day 29 of this 30-day challenge, July 2024. Let's start seated on the mat with our legs out in front of us. You might want to have a strap or a belt nearby for this particular class today. Let's start by drawing the right foot, sole of your right foot, into the left thigh. For some of you at home, if the posture creates any pinching in the knee, we can place a block or a rolled up cushion under the right knee. We're going to progressively take our time to begin folding forward over the front left leg, straight left leg, and begin to connect with your breathing here. Smooth, clear breath that's volitional, which is to say choosing to breathe as part of this practice, a mindfulness-based movement practice. Continue to fold forward any amount. Perhaps you start to round your spine, bring your forehead towards the knee. And then that's where the strap could be helpful. Loop a strap around your foot, or if you can reach your foot or your ankle, we gently pull on the foot or the ankle. And in this stretch, you want to breathe into it. So feel the stretch sensation, breathe, inhale into it. Exhale the tension out of the body. We'll go for 3. For 2. And for 1. Okay. Let's inhale, rise up. Now let's change it slightly. So we're going to turn it into a side bending expression. So bring your heel, your right heel, closer to the groin to widen your knees apart. I'm going to demonstrate this with a strap because it's helpful for most people. Let's bring the left arm inside the lower left leg. And then here we're going to sweep the right arm up to the sky. And then side bend your torso over to the left leg. And some of you, you're reaching your right hand towards the left foot. Now this is where a strap can be so helpful, even in advanced practitioners, bodies that are really open, because we can anchor around the left foot. Right hand holds the strap, and then we can use that as a pivot point for the elbow, shoulder, torso. And then once again, we want to breathe into the sensations you feel. Hip, side body, low back. We'll go for 3, for 2, and 1. Okay, take your time. Come out of the pose, release. Now, bit of a counter pose. Twist your torso, turn the torso to the right, face your right knee, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you and twist. Lift through your head and your heart, look over the right shoulder. Full deep breathing there. To go a little bit further, a different expression with a back bend. We anchor the right shin down, lift your hips up, and lift the left arm up, lean back. Now it's a bit of a side bending, back bend. Breathe here for 3. For 2, maybe you tip your chin back if you're in it. And 1. And exhale. Come back down. Straighten the right leg. And let's draw the left foot in to the right thigh. Create this figure 4 shape. Once again, if there's any pinching in the knee, if the knee's floating up pretty high, we can support the body by placing a block or a blanket under the left knee. Square your chest, your pelvis to the right leg. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale and fold forward. Reach for your right foot, ankle, shin. Strap around the foot to extend your reach if you have. Take your time, breath by breath, and slowly you're folding over the right leg, forehead coming towards the knee, shin, any amount. And then breathe. Breathe into the entire back body, from the sole of your right foot, heel, your calf muscle, hamstring, into the tailbone area, low back, mid back, upper back, neck, all the way into your crown. Imagine that long line, or not even imagine, but feel that long line of awareness in your body as a focal point as you then breathe along that line. Full breath in, full breath out. We'll go for 3, for 2, and for 1. Inhale to rise up. Let's take your left heel closer to the groin. That's going to help you widen the knees just a little bit further apart. Side bending in this shape. Right forearm inside the right leg. And then twist through the torso, chest. Lift your left arm to sky. Breathe. Side bend. Bring your left arm over towards the right foot. Maybe you can reach the right foot with the left hand, or loop your strap around the right foot for an anchor point, and then support yourself holding the strap, left hand to the strap, and then spin through the chest. Play with the subtle articulations of your spine, connected with your breathing, your shoulder, your elbow here. We'll go for 3, for 2, and for 1. Okay, inhale, rise up. Now we're going to twist the torso to the left. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Your left hand is behind you like a kickstand. And then lift through your head and chest. Look over the left shoulder. You can even turn the eyes all the way to the left. Integrate deeper twist in that way. Or you're coming into this back bend shape where we anchor the left knee, shin, lift the hips up, and then lean back for 3, for 2, and for 1. All right, release. We're going to connect next with the front body core and then the back body core, you could say. Let's plant the hands beside your hips and pelvis. Bend the knees for a moment. And then float your feet up. What we'll do here, we'll start slow. We can start slow. Inhale, take your feet away from you and lean back. Exhale, come back into center. Inhale, feet out, lean back. Exhale in, inhale out, exhale back in. You can continue like this. Some of you might choose, added challenge, float the hands up. Breath and movement. Inhale, feet out. Exhale, feet come back in, lift up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your feet and your ankles, butterfly pose for a moment. Stay upright, lift through the head and chest, breathe here, pull the shoulders back, or explore folding forward, a forward fold. Couple breath here, full deep breathing. Okay, next inhale, rise up, scoop the knees up. Let's take your feet hip width apart with your knees bent, and then plant your hands once again behind you, next to the hips. like so. We're gonna come into a reverse tabletop position, and we're gonna do it dynamically to connect breath and movement. So with your feet planted, lift your hips up, lean back, adjust your hands to accommodate the shoulder. You don't want to feel it too pinchy, so turn the thumbs out if that is the case, to externally rotate the shoulder. Inhale, lift the hips up, look to the ceiling, or tip your chin back if that's okay on your neck. And then exhale, slowly lower and tap your sit bones back down. Inhale, lift up, squeeze your back body. Exhale, tap your sit bones down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Let's just take 4 more of those. 4, for 3, 2, and 1 more, a strong finish, big squeeze at the top. And exhale, release, straighten the legs, and now fold forward. Reach your hands for your ankles, your feet. Gently pull on the feet, or use your strap, belt, scarf, some article of clothing to wrap around the feet, and then pull, gently pull. Folding, bring your forehead towards the knee, shins. You will notice, depending on the time of day, if it's morning, afternoon, evening, the tissues will have a different fluid dynamics in them, and so sometimes you might be able to fold a little bit more forward. Sometimes it's not quite there yet because the tissues are still getting their fluid pliability into them. So you tend to be a little more flexible later compared to the morning. Okay, slowly rise back up. Inhaling. We're going to slowly lower onto the back body. Coming to lie flat, and then drawing your knees into your chest, and give yourself a squeeze. We're going to get into the hips a little bit here, just with a thread the needle pose or a reclined pigeon pose. So plant your left foot on the floor, take your right ankle up and plant it onto your left thigh. Flex the toes, and then bring your left leg in towards you to help open up your right hip. Smooth breath here, easy posture to kind of hold the breath. This practice for you is about getting to know your breath patterns, how that influences the quality and state of your mind. And to invite the possibility of creating some inner space in your atmosphere, for your mind, somatic experience, emotional content, to create as well physical dexterity and mobility, support your nervous system. Take your time, release the posture, plant the feet. You can rinse the knees side to side for a moment, sort of windshield wipers with the knees. And then thread the needle on our second side. Plant the right foot to the floor, lift your left foot up, and plant your left ankle onto your right thigh. Draw your right leg in towards you and clasp the hands around the shin, the knee, and then pull in. Breathe here, breathe down into the low back pelvis, left hip. 2. And for 1. We can release. Rinse the knees side to side one more time. And then our last posture before this final rest into the restorative meditation is a spinal twist. Draw the knees in towards your chest, and then take your knees over to the right side of the mat, room. Open the arms up like a T. Spinal twist. You can place the right hand onto the left leg. Some of you might also wrap your top leg around the bottom leg. That's a nice way to pin down the twist as well. And then breathe here. If you can, through the neck, look to the left over your left shoulder. Breathe deep across the chest, low belly, low back. Okay, and then take your time, come back through center, knees towards the chest, and then twist, knees over to the left. Open up wide through the arms, look over the right shoulder. Perhaps if you did last time, wrap your right leg around the left leg. Full deep breathing across the chest, mid back, lower back into the low belly. We'll go for 3. For 2. And for 1. Unwind, release the pose, and then lie flat on your mat, on the floor. Take up a bit of space, and then right away, take your time there to close the eyes, if that's available to you. Otherwise, just a soft gaze in front of you, maybe on the ceiling. Closing the eyes does and will support a bit more of a turning inward, a quieting. As we close the eyes, we sort of turn off, in part, the visual cortex, supporting just a reduction of stimulation. As you rest here, you might take a few clearing breaths, filling the lungs and sighing the breath out a few times. Giving yourself a moment to rest, to pause, to settle, to observe for the next few moments. Relaxing the muscles of your face, relax the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, arms. Allow your torso to be supported by the floor, soft belly, letting the pelvis settle into the floor, and then relaxing the legs, the upper legs, lower legs, ankles, feet. This whole-bodied support, resting into the supportive structure of this living, breathing planet. And allowing and witnessing this flow of intelligence that's moving through you. continue to rest here in this restorative lying down meditation. And just allow the postures and your day perhaps to just kind of melt into the floor, and to allow your mind to rest into the space that you've created for yourself in engaging in this practice, but also the space that some of the postures and the breathing may have created for you and your system. And so stay a little longer if you have that space there at home to appreciate and enjoy and integrate your meditation, this meditative practice, and something that you can actually carry with you anywhere you go. So thank you for sharing your precious attention and presence, and look forward to seeing you again real soon. Take good care.